What is going on, everybody? What is going on, dudes? Welcome to another Tippler's Parlor. Pretty excited. Although tonight we are solo, so we are solo again, which is fine. I miss my friend, but it's it's good. It's fine. So I do have a new-ish little setup, so pretty excited about that. Yeah, not really much to talk about. If we want to talk about it, we can, but it should be a lot brighter, if you can see. At least for Tippler's Parlor, maybe not for gaming, but any hoosers. Yeah, so I'm gonna be solo, and we got a couple things lined up. Got some tile stuff to go over. Cool things this week, but we will first gonna start off with our deal of the week, as we normally do. It's what we typically do, which is good. But no, I'm gonna start with something else. But let's go ahead and jump down the rabbit hole. If you're watching this on YouTube and you're new to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit the bell for all of these icons every time we post, get a new video out there. So that'd be great. It helps us a lot. But we're gonna start off not with we're gonna start off as we normally do. Jump down the rabbit hole. You start with a beer. But today's not just today's my beer. My beer's done. And it finished last weekend. I didn't do a Tippler's Parlor. I think we took last week off. But this week we're doing it, and so it finished last weekend, kind of. But I wanted it to sit in a bottle, so I did try it. I will lie, it's not going to be my first drink, but I did try it last weekend, and it felt a little, or tasted rather. It was kind of green. That's a good way to put it. It was green. So you got the flavor I was going for, the Scottish ale that I was going for, and then the next thing, like pretty soon the aftertaste is just, it's very green, like earthy, like live. It was yeah. But it's fine. We let it sit. I let it sit for another, probably, I'm not even sure. This is like 6 days now. So I think you know what? No, I bought it on Friday, so this is like 8 days. Okay. So it's been sitting most of the last weekend, like Saturday and Sunday, and then all of this week. I was out of town working, so wasn't even home much anyway, so wasn't even tempted. But here it is. I'll show it off. I just got regular brown bottles. That way light doesn't go through it as much. And then I bought, they're just regular, plain black. I have a terrible webcam, as anybody who's ever seen this yet would know. But I just got just a basic black cap, which is good. So let's go ahead and open it and try it. Sorry, I feel scattered. New setup, and then trying to do this without a whole lot of preparation ahead of it. But anyways, cheers. We'll try my beer. Again, this is a 70 Shilling Scottish Ale. Okay, so my first taste was pretty good. But here's what I'm gonna do. I do have this, and I'm gonna put it somewhere on our site, or I'm gonna put it somewhere on Facebook, or maybe not on Facebook, on YouTube, somewhere it's going, I promise. But it's what it is. It's gonna be the proper ways to taste a beer, I think. All right, so it's a 5-step process for properly tasting beer. We're gonna run through that right now. So first step is you smell it. I got a little stuffy nose, so I can smell it. I taste or smell that, what I was going for. That, I think that's that malty, like, I don't don't know. It's like, I don't know. I want to say like caramel, but I don't. That may be what I get. It might be slightly caramel. That's hard. I'm really hard at figuring out what smells and tastes actually smell and taste like. So, all right. So, anyways, and then we take a drink. So that's first step is smell it. Second, and then analyze it, obviously. And the second step is to take a drink, and lightly swish it around. So take like a little drink. And kind of swish it around your mouth. And yeah, so this is so much better than the day I tried it. I tried it way too early. I tried it before it was done. Oh gosh, that's really good. I don't mean to brag, but this is fucking fantastic. And if you live anywhere near me, come get some. All right, so step 3 is to take a small drink and swallow it fast. And I'm guessing it's to try to get it straight to the back, because I think you taste like it's a taste of bitterness, and I'm wondering if you have to actually have it hit your tongue a certain way, to be honest. But we're gonna do that. Take a small drink and then swallow it fast, and that's supposed to highlight the bitterness of a beer. Okay. So what it does is it doesn't give you that taste like when you switch it around. I'm explaining what I'm feeling, and it just goes like you feel it in the back of your throat, which is kind of where you taste like the bitterness, right, of beers. It's typically where I feel it too. You know, when you take a swig of like an IPA, it's where you taste the bitterness. So then you taste the bitterness, and you can judge the bitterness level of the beer, which is cool. So the next step, so that was 3. So step 4 is to take a small drink and then swallow slow, allowing it to pass completely over your tongue, and that's going to allow us to taste the sweetness. So take a small drink and then slow swallow it. So I just kind of slowly moved it over my tongue and then down to swallow. So then you taste any sweetness in it, which I then can taste. This is not much of a sweet flavor to it, which is also what I like. I don't like sweet beers. So far, I've brewed the perfect beer for me. So far, we'll see. And then step 5 is to take a regular drink and swallow it as usual, and it gives you the total balance of the beer. So which then gives me the total thing of the beer. So, oh, damn, is that good? I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I know I've said it already, but that's good. My beer is amazing. Wow. Well, I'm excited. So anyways, cheers. I'm gonna be sipping on this the rest of the show, and we are gonna move into do something. We're gonna do something tonight, okay? And that something is gonna start with us doing a deal of the week. Oh. Ha! My new setup has missed some monitors and stuff around, so I've got to, yeah, hold on. Hold on, y'all. There. That should be good. Okay. All right. So this is it. This is an article I read, came through my feed this week actually, and it is just my mouse cursor is not aligned with the thing on screen. This is weird, but whatever. We're just gonna have to deal with the mouse being off like that. I think it's because it's a 1440 monitor, and the everything in OBS there is set to 1080. Anyways, just don't deal with the mouse. I could maybe turn it off. That might, no, I can't because I'm capturing my home monitor. Any hoosers. Wait, let me see real quick. Let me see if I could do something and didn't. It would. Okay, there we go. All right, hold on, I'm getting to it. Properties, I can. There, I will disable that so you cannot see my mouse. Because that may drive somebody nuts. It drives me nuts. Anyways, back to it. So this is the 5 best monitors that you can buy as of 2019, so like now-ish, that are under $200, which is good because, you know, I just went through a whole setup and found some stuff. You know, if you do what I did, it's you piece together stuff over time, like in Facebook Marketplace. It's kind of what I did. But we let's go through this. So the first one that they're suggesting is a Dell P2417H, and it says the best monitor for under $200. That actually looks like my monitor, but mine's a different model because it has 165 hertz, not ISP, I don't think, and it also has G-Sync. So not quite mine, but I've got one of these Dells. It's got no variable refresh rate. It's got 60 hertz, which is slow for refresh rate. That's like my spare monitor over here. Like that, it does nothing but chat. You want to try it? I didn't. My chat. I just realized I had chat open down below. I don't know if you're still watching, but it's really good beer. So that's a good model if you want something. Oh, there's another one. So the 22. So you can get the Dells, the 22, the P22, or the 2417. They are both under $200 apparently, but there's not going to be any difference. An ISP is good, but they're 60 hertz with no variable refresh rate, and then obviously 22 inches or 24. Yeah. So let's go down to the next one. It's an Acer model. You'll let me know when we can make a trip to taste it. It's pretty damn good. I don't mean I don't mean to toot my own horn. Like, I've not ever done it, and I did it like the easiest way possible. But it's amazing. It's really good. I can't stop drinking it, and I've got a fridge full. I've got less than a fridge full now. I've given some away. But it's really good, and I shouldn't even be drinking out of the bottle, actually. I should have put it into a glass, but couldn't help myself. All right. So this Acer looks like it's a 25-inch, and it's a TN type, which I think are all of mine, except for this old Asus I have over here. The old one that's 60 hertz, I don't even know. But it's a refresh rate of 75 hertz, and it's FreeSync. So if you've got an AMD card, that's what you would want. Now some of the FreeSyncs can actually be converted into G-Sync, but there's a small list, and it's like the only ones out there. Do you have a glass? Yeah, let me go get a glass. I'll be right back. All right. I got a glass. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. I didn't think of that because I described it as a 70 Shilling Scottish Ale. So, you know, those are the typical brown ales. So, That's it right there. Let's see. So you can't see through it. I mean, it's just a typical ale, but it's really good. So I didn't get any good readings again off of my any gravity readings. I forgot something, so kind of got it messed up. So I don't know the overall ABV, but I was shooting it's going to be somewhere between 3 and 4 ish, I think. So that's one thing I don't know is the ABV. But it's light. It's super light. I mean, yeah, it's I don't know, just a malty ale. I mean, it's so good. It's better than the one that I tried at that bar with you, to be honest. All right, so back here, it's 25 inch, and that one's under 200. And I can link this in the description even. When we post it on YouTube, and anybody can go to this. But this one looks good, but doesn't offer much detail, more inexpensive. So it's good. I don't know that brand, to be honest, very well, that one. But I mean, I'd say it's got FreeSync and 75 hertz is probably pretty good. So we'll move on to the next one. Samsung, which I've seen some of these Samsungs, and the people I saw have them actually loved them. They had giant ones, though, like 32-inch curved. But this is curved, and it's 27-inch, but it's only 60 hertz. It's got FreeSync enabled, so that's good if you've got an AMD card. So good choice if you want to go 27. Here's an HP. It's the best 27 under $200, it says. And so this one it's a ISP 75 hertz FreeSync. So AMD card, it's a good refresh rate at an ISP monitor, so it's definitely worth it. So those are all good choices. Personally, after doing all my shopping, I mean, I think I've got a 24. I've got 3 24 monitors. Yeah, man, talk to you. I've got 3. Gotta run, but you'll talk to me soon. Yeah, cool, dude. Yeah, definitely. If you're back before we're over, or check it out on YouTube. But I've got 3 24-inch monitors. I like this size. It's good. It's a good size. It's not too big for gaming. If you're doing anything else on it, or maybe like single-player gaming, you may be bigger and go 4K. But I like 1080 and 24-inch monitors. That's what I like. It's what I like. Cool. So I've got a couple things here. One, we're gonna move on. We're done. Deal of the week. Good. Those are the monitors. I'll link that in the description on YouTube. But one thing I wanted to show you guys is this article that came through too, and it just says why Knights of the Old Republic 3 hasn't been released and probably won't, or hasn't and probably won't happen. So this is actually just a quick article. I'm not really gonna link it. If you want to read it now, or pause it, or find it. But as many of you guys know, I'll do briefly. We've talked about it, I think, on the show before. But the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is my favorite roleplay game. The online game is one of my favorites to play as well. I've not played the second one. I've just not wanted to, because I don't want it to be good or bad. Like when I play it, I feel like then it's over because there's not been another one. And then it's like, I do that sometimes, like with TV shows. Like I really delay watching the end of it or something because I don't want it to be over. We've done that with Big Bang Theory, actually. Anyways, so one of my favorites, and it's a good story. It's well written. Wow, is it well written? And it was early, one of the ones that you actually make decisions in a video game, and it has consequences, or tries to, as much as it could, back in 2003 when it came out. Oh, it says right there, 2003. So anyways, Knights of the Old Republic 3, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 3, hasn't happened yet, and it's probably not going to. It's a grim reality for fans of the series, which first made its debut way back 2003 as a sleeper hit RPG, stands for role-play game. Title developed by BioWare. It says while the game certainly had expectations pre-release, it wasn't being developed by the studios famous for Baldur's Gate. After all, it wasn't expected to be truly incredible experience, and ended up. So for many, Knights of the Old Republic is 16 years removed from its initial launch. Still the best Star Wars game ever made, and I agree with that. Knights of the Old Republic moved 270,000 copies in its first 2 weeks of launch. LucasArts quickly decided to cash in on a sequel developed by Obsidian Entertainment, who would later go on to be famous, widely praised Fallout New Vegas. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2 was also It was also a critical and commercial success when it launched. So that launched a year later. And it even tied some of the first game's plot into the brand new cast and the crew before leaving players on a cliffhanger. Oh gosh, so see, on a cliffhanger that needed to resolve the series, presuming in a third one. The problem? The game never came. It's been 15 years removed, and the mainline entry into the franchise, fans are just excited about the prospect of a sequel. So, is there anything else to this article? So I think it just kind of goes into a lot more and with it, but it's pretty cool. If you want to check it out, I could link it too, or we just go through it or whatever. But it's a pretty short article, but I'm not going to read a whole thing word for word. But that's interesting. I didn't know that the second one had a cliffhanger that hopefully was going to get a last one. But oh well, I suppose. All right, so let's move on to the next thing, and this is pretty big news, and I didn't fully read over it. I saw it when it happened, but yeah, it's kind of pretty big news. So here's the article, and it's the iconic brewer Carlton and United sold to Japan's Asahi for $16 billion. So it says right here, the iconic Australian brewer Cub, or Carlton and United Breweries, which produce well-known beers such as Victoria Bitter, Carlton Draft, Great Northern, Cascade, and Crown Lager. But it's been sold by its European owners. And if you know who the owners are, that's I don't know, what is it? It's America's Beer, whatever. It's Anheuser-Busch owns them. And they just sold it to the Japanese company for $16 billion. So the deal was announced at the Tokyo Stock Exchange on Friday. And yeah, Anheuser-Busch right there. So Anheuser-Busch is they're actually headquarters in Belgium, but they say they're out of New York. Anyways, they owned Cub and they sold it for a lot of money. So they acquired. So Cub it started out as something, got bought again, and then that company that bought them the second time, I guess they Anheuser-Busch acquired that company. So then they just acquired, everything that was under them, and that's this right here. It's a big deal. I mean, that's huge. Again, though, I don't know too much of the beers, to be honest. You see the picture there. I was reading stuff off the picture, but I don't see them. I'm also, I don't know. But it's kind of, it's kind of good. Okay, so right here, let me show you my page again. So right here, the Beer Maker was the original Cub name, but the Beer Maker was bought by Foster's 15 years ago, which in return was bought by a South African brewing giant, Saab Miller, S-A-B Miller, in 2011. And then it says Anheuser-Busch, and which is listed in New York but headquarters in Belgium, acquired Saab in 2016, Saab Miller. So that's what happened. They just kind of acquired them, and then they sold off the company to a Japanese giant that has $16 billion to give. So I don't know what this means for anything. I think it's just neat news. The article doesn't really have anything else. It just says, you know, I don't know. This is exciting position for the business. They're happy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it means, to be honest. I don't think it's gonna mean anything crazy, but yeah. So that's definitely a lot of money for sure for a brewery that I don't honestly know how they're doing, but they're doing, and that's what matters, I suppose. So anybody that watches, if you maybe leave a comment on on YouTube down below, you leave a comment of maybe the next beer I should try to brew. Can't say I will brew it anytime soon, but it's something I'll consider. I've been talking a lot and I haven't even been drinking. Man, is that good? That's so good. Anyways, I'm gonna end it there. That's gonna be it. If you're new, again, thanks for stopping by. For anybody, if you're new, hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell button, do whatever. But thanks everybody for jumping down the rabbit hole today with us, with me, and cheers. And until next time.